Hello, hello. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna wait just like 2 or 3 more minutes before I start this. I have something kind of fun to share today, I think. So I'm gonna rotate the camera around and try to pull up my YouTube on my iPad as I wait. So let's do this. You guys are gonna be. I have some stuff I want to share with you today. Some stuff that's new to me and some thoughts on your local craft store. So these are some things that I created like literally 30 minutes ago. Isn't that so cool? Like 30 minutes ago, I created this and I'm going to show you how. It's with a company that is probably not new, but new to me. And I would have never found it had I not gone into my local craft store yesterday. So let me pull up on my, oh geez. Okay, I'm pulling up my YouTube right now so I can see if I have any comments. Oh, that's awesome. You know what my son did? He put in Chinese as the language. That's so wonderful. So I can't even, like, understand. I gotta tell him to stop using my YouTube. Okay, so let me go over here. How are you guys doing today? Are you doing well? If you are watching this right now, okay, now I can see ya. I'm sorry. All right. So, or it's pulling up. Waiting. Anyway, as I wait, I wanted to talk to you guys about the benefit of shopping at your local craft store versus your brick and mortar big like box store like your Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. And I'm not gonna pull any punches here. I mean, I totally shop at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Joann's. I live for those coupons, but the thing is with them you don't get as much of the variety, believe it or not, even though they're big stores, as you do your craft store. So I ventured over to my craft store yesterday and I got to meet the owner. My local craft store is called the Paper Collage. That's one of the local ones. It's my favorite one now because she's awesome, the owner. And the beauty of the local craft stores is they really take in the way I look at it is their what's the word? Their stores are smaller in comparison to like your Michael's and Joann's. Therefore, they're extremely selective with what they bring into the store. Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby and all those big stores, they're going to bring in, they can bring in a lot of stuff, big names like Ranger and Prima and things like that. Whereas the local craft store, they really want to stay on trend. And I'm not able to pull up watch this, so I can't see comments if they come in. I'm really sorry. Anyway, they're able to pull in things that are on trend, and they really gear it for social interaction between other crafters, which is great because in today's age in social media, we oftentimes forget about, hanging out and getting to know people. And we're humans, no man is an island. So we really need that connection, and your local craft store is going to give you that connection. They're going to have classes there so you can go and meet people that already have common interests. And then that helps, the community. When you buy there, the majority of that money goes right back into the community, whereas at a big box store, it doesn't. Some of it does, but not as much as the local. So I encourage you guys to go check out your local craft store. I'm going to be writing an article for the Canvas Core brand on my local craft store and some of the benefits of that, but I thought I would go through and show you some of the fun stuff that I bought at mine yesterday. I only spent 20 bucks on products, so that's cool. Anyway, we're going to be making one of these types cards today together because I found this. These are called foiled decoupage, And basically, you build the scenes from here. Each of it comes with like one of these and then a tag. So you can do 2 cards or a tag. So I did this literally in 30 minutes. I put both of these together, including the cards. So I thought this would be fun to do. And I did buy this set as well as this one, but I've never played with it before, so I really wanted to see how it worked and how to put it together before I came on live and did it with you guys. So it's really pretty. It's so cool. There is some foiling here. And then, of course, I used the Rinea foil in the background. So I bought 2 of these. All right. 2 of these. And then the other thing that I wanted to get my hands on that I probably can find elsewhere, but I didn't want to have to pay for shipping, is the Santa Baby collection that is by Frank Garcia. It's Prima. I wanted some of the paper. I definitely don't need paper, but I really, really wanted this. I thought it would be beautiful. I thought it would work wonderfully with the Rinea foil papers and the blush. So, in fact, they're doing a class down at Paper Collage. If you're in Phoenix area, West Side, you can take this class and you actually get to create cards with this. It's a pastel Christmas class and it looks stunning. So I just got a couple of those sheets to make some Christmas cards, and you know, you can get a lot out of 12 by 12s. So it's pretty cool. Then the other thing that I got that I, believe it or not, I cannot find, it's a hodgepodge if I can find it, are these, the 3D foam black squares. I like black squares because when I do my layered cards with my the crystals, and you have to layer it up, if you use black, like I used white on this, okay? Look, you can see the white through. And when you have a black, it kind of just all blends together and it looks super duper cool. So it just really looks like one piece. I might use these for the card I'm going to make with you guys so you can see the difference. And then the other thing that I got that I've never seen anywhere else are these little Tailored Express 3x4 watercolor panels. And this is watercolor paper. I've never even heard of this company before. I thought these would be really darling on the front of cards, and they have, you know, one for, that's obviously January's, February's, okay, that's called calendar, so I'm assuming that they mean one for each month, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So I thought this would be fun to use not only with watercolor paint, but also I like to actually paint with my Tattered Angel Glimmer Mist. I can show you guys how to do that too. That's a lot of fun. It's super easy to do too. All you need is a paintbrush, and pretty much any kind of mica mist or any mist that you have will work. All right, and then last but not least, the other thing I like about local crafting stores is they usually have a section that is exclusive to the area. And Paper Collage had an entire Arizona selection. I have never seen this embossing folder with cactuses on it anywhere. So I picked it up. I thought this would be really fantastic. These are all products that I have not found, you know, in my big box stores that my Michaels, and I go to Michaels once a week. But really, the only thing I get at Michaels that they didn't have here is like the Tim Holtz Ranger stuff, and usually you can get that sooner through Ranger itself. And sometimes, because you know those ink oxides are not like super cheap, so sometimes it's cheaper just to get them through Ranger than your big box store, and you get them faster than if you would wait for them to get to Michaels, and you can get free shipping. So, you know, I can go into Michaels probably once every month and see nothing new. And I'm saying Michaels because that's where I shop, because my daughter works right there, right down there. So I can go in there probably once a month and not see anything new. And I usually go in there weekly. And I'm only seeing something new probably once every 3 months. Whereas you go into your craft store, it's going to be on trend. It's going to be the new stuff. It's what people are using. And they do a really good job at just making the whole store look pretty. So it's an eye candy feast when you go in. So anyway, I would encourage you to check out your craft store. Don't just stay stuck in your Michaels and your Joann's. If you're in a creative slump, go check out your local craft store and you'll be amazed. Sign up for some classes, meet some people. It's totally worth it. Usually with the classes, they give you the products at a discount. So it's a very good value as well. And, you know, today it's so hard to find relationships. And it's just a great way to meet people. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start to put this together. I thought this would be fun. I'm going to do the little dog down here. I have kids. We are a dog family. So I'm going to do the bee because I'm just going to do the tag, I think. I mean, actually, no, maybe I'll do this one. So it's, I don't know if you can see, but right here, everything is labeled. So I didn't pop this out. I'm acting like I really know what I'm talking about. I've made two. I discovered that if I don't pop them out all at once, it makes it easier to go together. So I pop them out as I need them. So this is the A1. So there's A and a B set. So it's super well organized and it makes perfect sense. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the A1 out as well as the A2. And then this is going to be extremely it's going to be a lot of bulk. So it's so much fun. And this is going to be like the jewel of the card. You know how sometimes you have to do a lot of embellishments. Well, with these, this takes the cake. So I'm going to use these little black foams. And I'm going to compare at the end why the black is so much better than these white. Because, you know, this is still pretty. I'm still going to give it away. But you can definitely see that white in there. And then here's the little tag too. This isn't a tag, it's just a little picture. So, but you can see the white in there. And you'll see the difference when I do this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start to layer this up. And it's a super fast process. It does require quite a bit of, you know, your adhesive tape or foam. Docrafts makes a very nice foam. I wish that I used a thinner foam square on this because it's so much bulk. So this lays down and you just want to line it up like so. And that was 2, so we're going to go ahead and just work our way down to 3. Right. And I'm not going to use a ton of foam like I did on that first layer. I'm going to poke around in spots as I get further on and see, you know, where I may need more. And this is just adding a whole bunch of fun dimension. Now, if you want to see more on how to use these Docrafts by Anita, it's called foil decoupage. Go ahead and check out their YouTube channel. Actually, I didn't even check out the YouTube channel. I just put in Docrafts Anita's foil decoupage in my search bar, and it pulled it right up. So definitely go check that out. Sorry, I have to flip it so I can see it. All right, so just another layer here. That was the 4. And we're going to go for the 5. I don't know if you guys can tell how much wonderful dimension this is just adding. It's really, really popping and bringing this whole picture to life. So if you need to do a fast card or something, I strongly recommend these. And I'm going to actually I'm not going to pop dot this one. I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive on it. Just because I don't have a pop dot that's big enough. Okay, so I have some cute little footprints that I can use on this as well. So I'm going to use these two little cute paw prints. I'm going to put those on my card. And we'll go ahead and make that card. And I'm going to set this one aside to use at a later time. I think this would be a cute gift tag on a kid's card. That would be so cute. Okay, and I'm just going to, actually I am going to put these on pop dots, but I'm going to use the smaller ones. So before I set it up, let me show you the difference. Like in this, you can see that white. And then in this, do you see how the whole thing just flows better with that black versus the white? It just looks better, I think. Okay, so from here I'm going to take my card base, and I've already prepared these pieces. It's going to be a little different. When you put together a card, you don't want to work on it folded. You want to work on it flat, and the reason is because when you work on it folded, it gives a spring, and you can't lay out your pieces correctly. They'll get crooked, and a lot of people are like, how is this crooked when I used, you know, a mat, a craft mat or something? And it's because they had worked on it folded. So I'm going to ink the edges like this, and I'm going to do more inking on this just because this is not quite of a dainty card as this one was. But I did ink the edges. And that's another thing that you can do to really amp up your card, is just ink the edges everywhere. So I've already taken my Rinea foil paper, and if you're not familiar with what this is, go ahead and scroll down after I'm done here and check out last week's live. I did a whole bunch of stuff with it, and I embossed it. And I'm going to sand it slightly on those raised edges. And this is the Starstruck that I'm using right now. I believe this is the blush. I'm kind of taking my time with it. So what that did was that just gently removed some of the beautiful pink foil, the blush foil, to reveal the silver and white that's under it. Because what this is it's actually a piece of paper that has been infused with foil on both sides. And the inner lay is white, and then it's infused with silver, and then they go ahead and put the color over that. And that's how you get this beautiful paper. Now, I could lay it out just like this, and that would be pretty, but I think I'm going to go ahead and run some of my black ink pad over it. I am using a permanent ink. I don't want to use a water-based ink or a highly pigmented ink on this, just because I want it to dry, and this can be a slick surface. And that's about all I'm going to do on that, just to rough it up a little bit and give it some more personality. So since I have kind of abused this by putting it through my Cuttlebug and then going ahead and using, you know, a sandpaper on it, I do not want to adhere directly on this. I don't want to put adhesive on this. I want to actually put my adhesive right on my card front. All right, so there we go. There's that. That's ready. And then from here, I took some glittered, some some glittered cardstock that has a nice sealant over it so it doesn't get glitter all over me. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on that, but it's pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in the back as well. So this is similar to this card. I did a tag with it, but with this one, like I said, I want it to be a little bit more fun. Before I do that though, I am going to go ahead and ink those edges just to give it some extra, oomph. And the die cuts that I'm using are from Brutus Monroe. I have them in my stash from a while ago. They're one of the first things I ordered when I was on his DT. And they're really nice. I like them because they have like a stitching around the edges. So that's pretty cool. And honestly, I'm not going to have 100 different companies of, circle and star die cuts. Pretty much they're all good. Let's be real. Okay, so this one's almost done. And like I said, just inking up those edges. And then I'm going to roughly lay out how I want this card down. I haven't looked at this before, so I don't know. How I want this down. Okay. Actually, it's better if I use adhesive on this, I think. That way I can slide it around. I am going to have my star go slightly off, just because I can trim it down. And I just think it looks cool, So I'll put it slightly off and then trim it down. And then from there, I'm going to lay this out. And I'm going to use adhesive again, just because if I tried to run my tape runner on it, it would be really challenging to do because of the dimension on it. Plus, the beauty of adhesive is you can kind of slide it around. It's not like permanent yet. So there is this one. Okay. I'm not quite done yet. I actually brought out some little, these are glow-in-the-dark drops by Nuvo. Tonic Studios has them, and this is Banana Split. So I thought that this would be fun. In addition, I do have my little punch that has butterflies, but I think that that wouldn't be a good jive with this. But if you do want to punch, what you can do is you can fold over your Rinea foil paper, and then you just slip it in. I flip my punch over so I can see where I'm punching. You just slip it in, and then you just punch. And the extra, by doing it with two, it allows it to come out easier, and it gives you a little bit of a cleaner punch. So that's how I like to punch out my Rinea foil paper. All right, so from here, I'm going to fold it for just a minute so I can trim off these excess edges. All right, so there's that. And then I want to go ahead and put on, oh, I also have these cute little paw prints. Yay, because I'm thinking that's a big space right up there. I forgot about those. Awesome sauce. I just think maybe I should have them down here, heading up to the cake. No, I actually like it on the top because that's a bigger space. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. Then we're going to put this on. It's looking pretty cute. And then from here, I am going to just do a couple little dabs of my, I don't I've used this before. My glow-in-the-dark dots. All right, and I think we're done. So that was a really fast card using the foil decoupage by Docrafts Anita's. From what I understand, they have been on HSN. I don't watch HSN because if I did, I would spend all our money, and I don't want to do that. So that's just some fun stuff that you guys can do, you know, and I'm going to actually open that up again. But this is just some really cool stuff that I found at my local craft store that I would not have found had I just stayed in my Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby and, you know, every other big box craft store out there. So make sure that you do swing by your craft store. I know that my craft store, she told me that she pretty much caters for what's in the classes. So she bases what she carries and how that is how her store is run on the classes that are offered. So classes are a big thing for her. In fact, she bought the space so she could put a classroom in. And that is the greatest feature, which is wonderful because, like I said, you can go to a class, you can meet people with like-minded, you know, at least you know you have a hobby in common, learn a new technique, and you help, you know, support your community by shopping there. So anyway, that's all I have for you today for live on Thursday with me. Please head over to my blog as well. Canvas Core Brands, who does Tattered Angels and Seven Gypsies, has a really wonderful blog. Hang on. But sadly, I have no... Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. I just kind of caught the comment. Head on over to my blog, Scrappy Cafe, www.scrappycafe.blogspot.com. I'll put the link below, and as this uploads, I entered into the Canvas Core Brands Crew Challenge, which is basically all the designers that work for them. I had a challenge to use one piece of canvas and a pouch. And check out what I did. I really love how it turned out. And when that comes available, check out the Canvas Core Brand blog too. There's a ton of inspiration over there, and you guys get to vote on different things and enter into challenges and win like $25 gift cards and stuff. So it's pretty sweet. If you are not familiar with Canvas Core Brands, they do Tattered Angels as well as Seven Gypsies. That falls under them too. So that's who they are. All right, you guys. I hope you have a good day. And I'll chat with you later. Until next time, happy crafting!